Real quick, before we get into the goodness, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified to every time we upload a video. Appreciate you. You know, a little while ago, the trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the sequel, was released. And some very astute people saw the Protect Trans Kids flag in this trailer. As I said previously, I am going to make it plain and simple right here, right now. Trans kids are not a thing. So stop trying to make it one. To say that a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old can come to their parent and say, I feel like I'm a girl. What in the is wrong with y'all? You are supposed to be the adult. You are the parent. Why would you believe that you can let your child make this life-altering decision? You can't. You should. Not if you're a parent worth a damn. I want you to think about this. You don't let your child decide what to have for dinner. You don't let your child decide when their bedtime is. But you think it's okay to let your child tell you what gender they are. They are kids. Treat them as such. You are supposed to be the adult. Act like it. If our parents let us decide what we wanted to be when we were kids, this world would be full of wizards, cowboys, bank robbers, pirates, princesses, and monsters. But they were our parents. They let us play with that for a little while and then let us know that, no, you can't be that, honey. You're a kid. And then for any medical facility, any state that allows these doctors, these medical facilities to perform any type of gender altering procedure, that state should be heavily penalized, that medical facilities should be closed down. Because in most states, you cannot even get your ear pierced without a parent present. You can't even have your child get a tattoo without the parent's permission, them being right there to grant their child permission to get a tattoo. And tattoos can be removed. You can't grow back your breast. You cannot grow back your penis. Once it is gone, it is gone. And you have facilities allowing this life-altering procedure to happen. Like I said, trans kids aren't real. It's all about the adults. I did a podcast a while back talking about Munchausen syndrome. Munchausen syndrome, it's a clinical medical condition. And what that is someone needing the attention of being sick, ill, or in some form or fashion disabled. They're not actually sick or ill or disabled, but what they want is the attention and the sympathy and the pity of being disabled, of having some kind of special need. Well, that turned into a thing called Munchausen by proxy. Munchausen by proxy is where a person is given attention, sympathy, based on the fact that they are tending to somebody that has special needs. The rapper Eminem talked about this with his mother. And there are several cases where that has happened, where the parent is convincing the child and others that they are sick when they are not, just so that parent can get the get the praise, sympathy, and attention for tending to someone that is incapable of taking care of themselves. Well, it's the same thing with transgender kids. The transgender kids don't exist. It's the parents that convince their kids that they're transgender. They may see their kid play with a doll or an action figure. They may see a little boy play with a doll. They may say a little girl play with an action figure. Oh, so that means you want a little boy. You want to be a little boy? Don't you like boy stuff? Don't you like girl stuff? Isn't that what you want to do? So they perpetuate it just so they can get out there and say, oh, my child's transgender. Yeah, I have a transgender child. Oh, my child is this. When it's not like that. Then your child grows up in the head. And it doesn't just stop with the parents. A lot of these therapists ain't worth shit either. They want the popularity or the credit of helping someone come out or helping someone, quote unquote, discover their true selves. They're not talking to reason with this person or to hear them out. They are talking to get them to go ahead and transition. I have seen this firsthand with a teacher and a student. Tried to convince a young man that he was gay, and he was not. I saw this firsthand. And the ramifications were, there was something. They weren't severe, but they were very impactful. He made some decisions. So it has nothing to do with the kids being transitioned. Kids are kids. As a matter of fact, statistics tell you that those that have the quote-unquote gender dysphoria often get past that around their college years. There's an article in the New York Post. The headline reads, I literally lost organs. Why detransition teens regret changing genders. I did do a podcast on this last year where I cited a medical facility and a teen who was in the process of wanting to detransition and how difficult it was and the statistics that medical survey gave on that. In this more recent issue here that came out June of last year, it talks about an online survey of detransitioners conducted by Dr. Lisa Littman. So last year, from this article, would be 2021. Dr. Lisa Littman said that 40% said their gender dysphoria was caused by mental health conditions. 62% felt medical professionals did not investigate whether trauma was a factor in their transition decisions. And now that they have no one to turn to because the people that they did turn to told them, hey, it's okay to feel like a girl. Why don't you go ahead and become a girl? It's okay to feel like a boy. Why don't you go ahead and become a boy? Instead of just telling them, wait. I encourage you to go read that article in the New York Post. Again, its headline reads, I literally lost organs. Why detransition teens regret changing genders. It is quite eye-opening. They had one doctor, head of a medical facility over in the UK, resign because he saw how children as young as 13 were being fast-tracked into this whole gender transitioning thing. Instead of, again, as I've said, simply talking to the children and seeing what's going on.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Dr. Littman also noted that 55% of those kids that were transitioned said their medical evaluations felt inadequate. Like I said, these people are not your friends. They just want to be the ones that say, I helped them come out. Oh, I helped them transition to their true selves. I'm going to read this one little last part here from that article. Again, please go read it for yourselves. And Free Mind Thinkers, that is what is being promoted. Go do your own research. I'll point you in the right direction. Whether you go is on you. It says, a variety of studies suggest that as many as 80% of dysphoric children could ultimately experience desistance or coming to terms with their biological gender without resorting to transition. 80%. To sum that up for you, 80% just, oh, okay, I'm good now. They got over the mental, emotional trauma they were going through at that time and realized, I'm good. But instead, we have
emotional damage.
The hype, the media, big tech, doctors. We have all these people telling you, it's okay, do it, be your true self. There's all this support for you. That's what they tell you. But see, they're not with you 24/7. They're not with these kids 24/7. They're not with these kids in the middle of the night when they're having urges or they're feeling some kind of way or their body's having some kind of, what's the best term here? Or their body has a calling or a need. that isn't what they've decided for. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all have to. It's not good for society. It's not good for the children that y'all are affecting. You've got to stop this. Trans kids are not a thing. It's you adults that push them that way. And that's just not fair on any level. Wait. Stop right there. That was a sample. You want the whole entree? Follow us on our podcast, Free Mind Thinkers. You can find us where you pick up any and all your favorite podcasts. That includes Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves and always dare to think differently.